everyone! It is I, Caramel the Wizard. Welcome to the magical kingdom known as Character House. Huzzah! I am here to provide a little bit of comedic entertainment for everyone and maybe grant a spell or two. You know, Caramel the Wizard has been socially distancing lately, so I haven't been out and about providing my spells. But I did start up what is known as an OnlyFans. And on my OnlyFans, for just a few gold pieces, or $7.99, you can follow me and I will grant you a spell. Now, be warned, my spells, they're not very impressive spells. I have a good parking space spell. Wada-doo, wada-da, I hear the dog barking. Let that sound translate to good parking. Stuff like that. Maybe I'll talk more about it later. But we've got many funny characters here at the Character House. So, without further ado, hello, Devora. Without further ado, we will get started. But first, let me say, if you're watching, throw an LOL up into the chat. LOL. How about a ha-ha? Maybe a smiley face. Just let your voice be heard. Don't let the deafening silence echo through this void. The silence. Have you experienced the pandemic silence? I shall speak of it no more. We shall commence the show. Many funny, I used to see many funny acts. The court jesters back in the day. I'm so old. I remember court jesters. Does anyone remember Danny Kaye as the court jester? That is just a reference that no one will get here on Twitch. Anyway, you've heard of The Little Mermaid. This next creature we're going to hear from is the Big Mermaid. Welcome, the Big Mermaid! Ms. Mermaid, you're muted. You've been muted the entire time. Please.
Son of a bitch, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes!
You can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay.
The
good.
Big Mermaid.
Good. Well, let me tell you something, okay? You heard the story of the Little Mermaid, right? Well, I'm the Big Mermaid, Gladys, Ariel's cousin, okay? Bet you never heard of me. No, I didn't get no damn movie. And let me tell you something, okay? I'm the real singer in the family. Ariel, amateur hour, okay? Pure amateur hour. She doesn't have the vocal range that I do. But let me tell you, Ariel and I, we got more similarities than we don't, okay? I fell in love with a sailor, a drunken offshore fisherman named Bob, okay? I'll never forget the first time Bob, he brought me up on the deck. He fed me a few Miller High Lifes and a turkey sandwich, and I knew that living on land was for me. I'll tell you what, though, I knew better than to go to the Sea Witch and trade my voice for a pair of legs, okay? Ariel, she was an idiot. Oh, I'm 16 and I'm in love. Shut your mouth. Respect your father. Go clean your cave. Okay? Ursula, She was a ruthless businesswoman, a cool chick. She and I, we used to party down at the Sandbar all the time. And, she was a friend. So when Bob and we got serious, Ursula, she did me a favor. Do I have regrets? Yeah, I got some regrets. Bob was no prince. Okay? Bob was no prince. We got divorced 3 years ago when I found out Bob was servicing men down at the Church's Chicken to support his pill habit. So we got divorced. He's clean and sober now. We're in a cover band, and we're friends. But after the divorce, I moved back home. Wasn't the same. The reef was polluted. Lots of garbage. I almost choked on a Walgreens bag that I thought was a jellyfish. Okay, thank you, humans. Thank you, global warming. Anyway, I had to strike a few deals with King Triton to get my fins back and then my legs. Yeah, it's a mess. I'm living in Massapequa. Me and Bob, we got the cover band. We're a Janis Joplin cover band. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for a train. And our spin is faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before rain and rode us on the way to New Orleans. That was mine and Bob's wedding song before Church's Chicken. Anyway, there's no hard feelings between us, so it's fine. But I am going back home. I am going back home to the reef for my friend Shelly's wedding. But I'm gonna scuba dive in. Anywhoozy floozy, I gotta run. Bob and I got band practice in 10 minutes. If you want to check us out, visit our page at www.bobandthebigmermaidband.com. For bookings or inquiries, just email us at therealsingerinthefam@aol.com. Recycle, reuse, reduce. And if any of you sees Bob down at the Church's Chicken on Atlantic Avenue, you tell Gladys, okay?
The Big Mermaid, everyone. Gladys the Big Mermaid. Let her know if you see Bob. And that was Casey Dressler. Casey Dressler, everyone. Very delightful. Thank you for joining us here on Character House. Thank you for joining us. Good to see everyone. Again, let us hear you in that chat. Let's keep the show rolling along. This next guest, you've seen them all over elementary schools, touring, performing, playing his songs. Please welcome Jimmy Coconuts. Jimmy Coconuts.
Hello there, students of Cold Spring Elementary. My name is James Crispin, but you can call me Jimmy Coconuts. I'm very blessed to be here today for your American History Assembly. Your very own Principal Wilkins over here invited me to come sing a few songs about our founding fathers, the people who discovered this great country of ours. So let's have a little fun and let's learn a little something. How about that, kids? Oh, George Washington was his name. Being president brought him fame. But you won't find this in your syllabus. He also contracted syphilis. That's right. The syphilis went to his brain, and it drove him quite insane. What's that, Principal Wilkins? Well, it looks like they want me to move on to my next song. You must have already covered George Washington, but no matter. There's plenty more where that came from. How about this little ditty right here? All right? When you think of Ben Franklin, you think of the guy who invented the lightning rod by putting a key on a kite. You think, oh yeah, that guy's all right. You think of the Franklin Institute, both honorable and prestigious. But did you know he too contracted syphilis? That's right, kids. Sing along with me. The syphilis went to his brain, and it drove him quite insane. What's that, Principal Wilkins? Oh, it was the syphilis stuff you had a problem with. Well, what do you expect, kids? That's what happens when you have extramarital affairs with French whores. What's that, Principal Wilkins? You don't want me to mention whores either. Okay. So you want me to talk about American history without mentioning whores or syphilis. All right, Principal Wilkins, you really got me by the balls. You don't want me to mention my balls either. All right, fine. You got me by the short and curlies. Well, they don't know I'm talking about my pubic hair, Principal Wilkins. That's on you, okay? All right, you brought it there. You guys heard it, kids. The principal's talking about his pubes. What a weirdo. You know what? Let's take this time. I really want to get rid of the stigma of STDs, kids, okay? I not only have one, nor two, but 3 STDs. Can anyone guess what they are? Shout them out. Don't be shy. Huh? Well, yes, I have herpes, but that doesn't count, okay? Because you guys probably all have herpes, all right? It's probably just laying dormant in your tiny little child bodies. You know, I only say that because judging by the age of most of you, your mothers were probably coming into sexual activity towards the tail end of the 90s, I would say. And that was a horny time. Very horny time. Titanic just came out. A fresh young Leo right on the scene. Kate Winslet, Billy Zane. It was a very horny time. Monica Lewinsky, for that matter. Presidents are horny. Just look at this last bastard. Real horny bugger, that guy. Horny bugger. Let me tell you something, kids. Power and sex, they don't mix. It's a powder keg just waiting to pop off. You know what I'm saying? Is that the point I was trying to make? No. The point I'm trying to make is that your mothers probably slept with a lot of dudes. Okay? Principal Wilkins, just one more song. One more song. Okay, I'm so sorry. That was out of line. I got off the rails there for a second. All right, Principal Wilkins, one more song. Okay, I won't mention syphilis. I won't mention whores. I won't mention my genitals or their mother's genitals. Okay? All right? You have my word. Okay? The Declaration of Independence had some notable people in attendance. Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and John Adams again, and some other random Caucasian males. But they all had certain things in common. They all owned slaves, and they were all complicit in the mass genocide of the Native American people. Thanksgiving was a bloodbath. There was blood everywhere. Your teachers are lying to you. Get your fucking hands off of me. Get your hands off of me. Columbus was an asshole. John Adams was an asshole. They're all assholes, and they all had syphilis. I'm Jimmy motherfucking Coconuts. Good night. I'm going. Get your hands.
Jimmy Coconuts, everybody. Wow. Coming in to your local elementary school assembly and dropping some motherfucking truth bombs. Yeah. That guy. Oh, man. I think, we need that to be a part of mandatory elementary school education. Let them know. Let them know. Damn it. That was the very funny Jake Lewis as Jimmy Coconuts. Yeah. Powerful stuff, everybody. We're going to stick with the school theme, elementary school days. I went to Brookside School in Allendale, New Jersey. The Brookside Bulldogs. That was our little mascot there. What a time it was. And we're going to go back in school and stay in school right now with our next character, the middle school health class substitute teacher that you never asked for, Miss Teresa.
Oh, shit. Welcome, 7th graders, to your Zoom health class. I'm your substitute for the day, Miss Teresa. Your regular teacher's my sister, whose couch I've been staying on for a month ever since my boyfriend and I got into a wicked fight. It was actually over Wicked Tuna, the show. He was all like, Dave sucks at fishing. And I'm like, motherfucker, all you've ever caught is like chlamydia from Heidi downtown at the roller skating rink, like 5 times. Anyway, my sister had a last-minute emergency this morning, so I said I'd fill in. Turns out that potty training a male possum is a lot riskier than I thought, so my bad for not locking the door. All right, so today I'm supposed to read to you this chapter about becoming a woman, a.k.a. like getting your period, a.k.a. the rag, a.k.a. the blob monster that always haunts you. But I made some edits so you can learn from a veteran's perspective, just like I wish they had told me when I was 12. They said, oh, you're going to get your period. It's beautiful. It's a rite of passage. It's you're becoming a woman. They make it sound like you're about to be bar mitzvah or some shit. So, I mean, I was expecting streamers and balloon animals, and I don't know, maybe the Goo Goo Dolls would perform. But what I didn't know that really meant was I was going to sneeze a bloody jellyfish out of my vagina all over my white taffeta dress while dancing with Johnny Kemperfield at the 7th grade winter formal. And with no warning. I mean, your body tells you everything else it's about to do. Like when you're about to sneeze or pee or projectile vomit in your 7-Eleven store manager's shoes next to your bed after day drinking at the Payers Ferris wheel. But never when you're about to projectile vomit from your Cupid's cupcake. And it'll keep happening again and again and again and again for the rest of your life. I mean, if I had a bag of nickels for every time I did the walk of shame, aka the stride of pride, through my stepbrother's college campus during Fleet Week with a stranger's bloody bed sheet strewn behind my shoulder, I'd have twice as many nickels as I do like expired losing lottery tickets. And then I could probably afford the non-toxic tampons. But for now, I gotta stick with the cheaper poisonous kind. Turns out they're made from fast food napkins left inside of the glove box of every budget rental car soaked in bleach, gasoline, and that active ingredient in Donald Trump's spray tan. Ain't that a hoot? Anyway, girlies, your body is designed to procreate, okay? So that means 1 week every month, your Whisker Biscuits painting the town without warning like Jackson fucking Pollock. And the week before that, your body prepares for its artisan residency by adding 10 pounds in water weight to that torso you just smoked down a size ready for pool party season. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so then this cycle continues until your uterus commits suicide, which is about like between the ages of 42 and 63. They call it menopause, probably because that's when men really pause on wanting to give you the, oh, huh? You know what I'm saying? And the only break you get from it is when you get knocked up. And if you decide to keep it, which I did without knowing the first time, I mean, I just thought my fupa was growing because I started fermenting my wine with Cheeto dust. But 9 months later, a huge surprise that I named Roy Jr. plopped out of me in the Roy Rogers bathroom off the Jersey State Turnpike. Classic fucking story, right? So on to the hell they call pregnancy. Not only do you lose sleep, control of your bodily fluids, and your VIP fast pass to the Green Lantern roller coaster at Six Flags, but you get so fat you can't bend over, which is probably to punish you for how you got there in the first place. And you gotta do it sober-ish. And everywhere you go, it's fair game for strangers to rub your fucking belly without asking. It's like, what am I, fucking Buddha? Get off me. It's like the having a kid's version of a casting couch. I don't waltz up to a stranger and start rubbing his beard gut, swooning about how many Heinekens he's had. I take that back, actually. There used to be this guy. We called him Big Smelly Belly Raffaelli. And when he'd get drunk at the bar, you'd rub his gut and he'd tell you your fortune. And if he was right, well, you had to make out with him, which is how I ended up with baby Roy Jr., if you know what I mean. Then birth is so fucking traumatic. The only thing I'll tell you about it is during labor, you're in so much pain, you see a needle this thick and this fucking long, and you're begging to have it stabbed into your spine. So after you go through this life of service to your jackass of a uterus, and then you poop a bunch of corn nuts on the delivery table in front of an audience and birth the baby in its weird, sacky, bouncy, blobby house, you know that little fucker takes the man's last name? What the fuck? Yeah, also he can carry on his legacy of, I don't know, owning the most boa constrictors in Tate Town, New Jersey. And I know this is a little off topic, but do you kids your age still get checked for lice? Do you know the symptoms? Because for days I'm just feeling like these little motherfuckers are crawling over my head. Can you tell? Oh, shit. Sorry for the blood-curdling screams in the background. My possum's had it again. Your homework for the next week is to research the cost of how to look 20 at the age of 53 and compare it to the pay gap between men and women. And don't tell my fucking sister.
Miss Teresa, everybody. Damn. I absolutely learned something about women right there. Thank you. I remember back at Brookside School, all the girls were taken into assembly, and for real, maybe I was a dope. I mean, still am. I was a dope and still am. But I had no idea what the assembly that all of the young ladies in our junior high class went to. And I guess it went exactly like that. That was Sarah Snedeker, everybody. Sarah Snedeker as Miss Teresa. Before we meet our next character, it's time for our Citizen Report. If any of you have the Citizen app, you know you get updates on all of the crime going down in the city where you are. So I'm going to check in with the Citizen app, and here we go. There's a report of a robbery at gunpoint at Arco gas station, South La Brea and West Olympic, Mid-City. You know, I shouldn't do this, but let's go to the comment section. If you've ever been to the comment section, well, anywhere, comment sections, except here. I love our comment sections. Comment, comment, comment. Don't forget to throw up your LOLs for all of our performers. But other than the comment section right here for Character House on Chuckleface. By the way, subscribe to Chuckleface if you haven't already. Click that subscribe button. Comment sections are a vile cesspool. Let's see what's up. All right, report of robbery at gunpoint at Arco. No way. That place is packed. WTF. Here comes the helicopter. Oh, yeah, the whirlybirds are out. Arco gas is cheap enough. Come on, people. That was a good one. That was a good one. They're coming with jokes. They're coming with jokes in this comment section. Wow, not my gas station. Yes, your gas station. No lie, this is their name. Yo Mama 2020. I shit you not. Just a standard WTF, a helicopter emoji. You think the helicopter is for this? I hear the chopper. I can't even get gas nowadays. What? Okay. Taylor J. Ha 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 ha. Why is this neighborhood going to shit? And then that's from McFirm 1104. And then Cecilia 009 says, because we have a mayor and a DA that doesn't give a shit. Shots fired, Garcetti. The result of a crippling economy and a suffering city, something new every day. You know what? Just took a turn, realize I'm bringing down the room. But that was a little taste of what you can find on the Citizen app. You know, we've got a little bit of a school theme going here. And you know what? Just by happenstance, my wife calls it a merchandising miracle when things line up like this. So I'm going to take you back to meet one of my old teachers. He's here tonight, a special guest, one of my actual teachers, an old professor back in the day, Dr. Ben Hauverbich. Dr. Ben Hauverbich.
Yes. Thank you for having me. You mispronounced my last name, of course, as you usually did. It's Hauverbich. But it is an honor to be here today. I am going to the next transition in my life, and I realized that I am alone. And so because of that, I have decided to take in a lover. And so today's I have decided to create a bit of a PowerPoint presentation to perhaps pique someone's interest in who I am as a person and as a lover. So without further ado, but you can call me Ben, a comprehensive look into myself as a means of finding a potential lover by Dr. Ben Overbish, PhD. Hello. My goal is to solidify any potential lovers by the end of this presentation, as this is a comprehensive look into who I am as a general human being. I will be diving into some of my personal tastes, hobbies, and aspirations, and what I am currently looking for in a partner or lover. So what is my profession? A professor. I have been teaching sociology at the Institution of California Upper Peninsula. Before teaching at ICUP, I taught at the University of California Pacific Palisades, and then I was a scholarly author before my time at UCPP. Notable articles include The Clit Conspiracy, The Counterculture of the Bible Belt Males, and Their Refusal to Accept the Female Anatomy, which was published in 1988, and The Clint Conspiracy, which is the growing culture of Bible Belt males asking people if they feel lucky, which was published in 1989. What has kept me single? I'm sure you and many others have wondered the same thing, and it is simply a fear of rejection and my addiction to escorts that I recently overcame. Some personal tastes. For food, my doctor has me on a soft foods diet due to my digestion issues. But I love mashed potatoes, refried beans, and several types of baby food. Music, I love jazz. But recently, however, my neighbor's college-aged child introduced me to an artist called Takashi 69, and it's been quite pleasant. I've been enjoying it. And, as far as literature, Aristotle's The Poetics, War and Peace, and a little fan fiction, O.J. Simpson's If I Did It. Hobbies, yes. When I find myself with extra free time, I will dress up as the old man from Up and go take photos with tourists in Hollywood. I also enjoy walking in malls in the mornings and chatting with strangers everywhere I go. Fun facts for me: I have traveled a lot. My favorite place to have traveled is Thailand. I have traveled there on average 4 times a year for over 30 years. And then I also know Larry Bird. We used to be good acquaintances, but we got into a fight about 9 years ago, and we haven't spoken since. But I still consider him a good friend. I have genital herpes. That is something I must disclaim for everyone. It's honestly, it's an important part of me and my identity, and hopefully it is not a red flag. But now, what I can offer as a lover, I can offer you my love. I will love you, and then I can offer my money. I will buy things. Um, Here I have some key words for me: wise, devoted, commitment, a dollar sign that's supposed to mean money, and then kinks. I am quite explorative in the in the bedroom. Um, However, in summation, let me be your lover. I can guarantee a satisfying relationship in which you entirely regret. I also maintain a healthy sex drive as to sustain any potential desires from you. I also have a long-standing prescription to Cialis. And as far as what I am looking for, I feel like I am looking for something merely simple. A female ages 21 to 29. You have to be hotter than a 5 on the hotness scale, and you must be thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. I do like my breakfast foods and my hot cereals. To end this presentation with a quote, once in a while, I'ma cheat and get dome. But best believe that I'ma always come home. Shorty, I love you. And that is from Mayhem Lauren's song, Let's Hold Hands. I want to thank everyone for the opportunity to do this presentation. And if you are in fact interested, I have my email right here. It is da_tongue tornado at ucpp.edu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ben. You haven't changed one bit. Dr. Ben, just looking for a lover to to take shelter with during this pandemic and share the quarantine. That was Steve Sotelo, everyone. Steve Sotelo. Oh, yeah. A lot of STD talk tonight. Herpes. We had syphilis, lice, which can be an STD depending upon how you got said lice. Looks like there are some potential suitors for Dr. Ben, aka Tongue at UCPPEDU. Yikes. Good stuff from Steve Sotelo. Let's keep this moving along. You know, there's a lot of stuff going around. I've seen a lot of videos on my timeline featuring Karens. I don't know if this is the type of Karen that are in these videos that are out there, but right now, let's spend a little time with Karen.
Hi, I'm Karen. I know I don't look like the Karen that you have in your mind, but it's true, my name is actually Karen. This is a PSA for the people who follow my YouTube channel, Bless Beach Mommy. Bless Beach Mommy. Okay. This is a PSA actually to all the other people named Karen too. Karen, stop it. You're giving us a bad name. I can't tell you what a burden it is to have this name. It's like a weight around my ankles, you know, like mob wife. I'm sorry, but I'm not the Karen you're looking for. I'm really well behaved. I pick up my own trash, or I have my assistant do it. Point number 2, I'm actually very nice, and I take people who don't think I'm very nice not very lightly. I'm really nice. To prove it, I've gotten some notes from friends who can vouch for me. You can't always believe what you hear from the person who says it, so why not? Here's some of those notes I got. This one is from my housekeeper. She says, Karen, you're nice. Thank you. I didn't even tell her to say that. All right, here's another note. This one is from my daughter, Pangea. Mommy, I'm hungry. I mean, she's 5. What 5-year-old isn't hungry? She's on a restrictive diet at the moment. I noticed that she was gaining a little weight. She'll thank me later. But what is hunger? Let's see. I found another note here. This one is from my husband, Roger. It says, read a book. I don't know what that means. Okay. The thing that upsets me the most is that I'm actually trying. Like, I'm really trying. You know, I work on my empathy every day. I like to watch the news, and in the commercials, sometimes there'll be like a commercial for, you know, those puppies that they've left in the cages. And I give a moment to myself to let myself cry for those animals. Okay, I can't talk for myself. You have to hear it from other people who've written notes about me. So here's one from my best friend, Lisa. You're nice, but okay, your manners suck. Okay, okay, are you kidding me, Lisa? And after I'm taking care of your kids for you? You bitch. I mean, okay, you're in the DR, you know, and then she laughs at you. You deserve that mark in the face, you bitch. Okay, okay, I'm fine. She's the one who laughed at me first. Okay, okay, I'm fine. But you know what? Lisa is a biatch. Okay.
Wow. Karen, telling it like it is. It's tough to be a Karen. Let's take a moment before we judge a Karen. And Lisa, maybe step off. That was Becky Yamamoto. Becky Yamamoto. Speaking up for Karens. I mean, I know a couple of actual Karens in real life. That is, wow, you are shouldering quite a load. I am so sorry to all the Karens what has happened to you. Unless you're, you know, not the Karens that are, you know, pitching a fit because they don't want to put on the mask. Let's keep this going. You know, we've had a lot of STDs tonight. We've caught a lot. We've caught several collectively. We're sharing this collective catching of STDs. We've also gone to school, and it's very important. The teachers, they're doing the yeoman's work. They are molding the future. And let's go to our 8th grade math teacher via Zoom. She's with LAUSD. Welcome, Ms. Donovan.
And that's time. Pencils down. Put your pencils down now. Hey, Zach, turn your camera back on. Camera's on, pencils down. You think virtual learning's a free pass? I can see each and every one of you. And if you turn your camera off, I will crawl through this screen and I will strangle you in your mother's house. All right, time's up. Time is up. Time is numeric. Numbers are merciless. Don't believe me? Ask my ovaries like 2 shriveled little raisins. In the ancient battle between man and math, math wins every time, boo-boo. All right? Bet you didn't think you were going to get a test on your first day of 8th grade math. Oh, Miss Donovan. We're 8th graders. We're virtual learning. We're just going to coast and graduate. You make me sick. Put your heads down and look at me. Put your heads down and put your heads down and look at me like this. Like this. In this class, I have one job, and that is to get you ready for freshman year math. And I'm going to sear trigonometry so far deep into your skull, you're going to be spitting out pi like 3.14156932345. God, I'm going to enjoy my lean cuisine tonight. Oh, I wish I had a math teacher this hard on me. Maybe I would have made it to MIT instead of here with you boo-boos at LAUSD. You know where I learned math? Juvie. Because when you're making nitrous oxide out of toilet bowl cleaner, you get your numbers straight. All right. Who can tell me what trigonometry is? Ashley. Wrong. Start looking at trade schools now. Yeah, just buy yourself some Plan B and a bunch of scratching wins because you're just one of life's casualties. In fact, I see a lot of fallen soldiers on this screen. Why can't you guys be more like Duncan? Duncan, that's right. Everyone highlight Duncan. Select him on your Zoom thingy. Well, you hedonistic dumb shits spent the summer running around like having fun. And how is that fun? How is that fun? Duncan here logged some serious time at Mathnasium. That's right. So he can get a decent job in finance instead of flunking the 9th grade and working at an asbestos factory. That's right. Getting a job horse ass cleaning like the rest of you boo-boos. All right? Oh, wow. Yeah. No one cares about you except for me. And I can dance fractals around each and every one of y'all. So the next time one of you cheese eaters thinks they have the right answer, maybe just swallow it. Okay? Because your brains aren't fully formed yet. And I don't need your witchcraft bumbling bullshit desecrating the temple of my math class. Wow, everyone's oddly quiet. Hey, who logged off Zoom? That's it, I'm crawling through the screen. You are gonna know my name. You will know my name. Oh, God damn it. Okay.
Oh, wow. Watch out for Ms. Donovan, you boo-boos. I guess when you're teaching elementary school, you gotta check your profanity. you can't use some standard expletives, so boo-boos. That was the very funny Sarah Cornell. Sarah Cornell as oh my goodness, just someone who is in the trenches teaching our kids via Zoom. Let's keep this going, everybody. You know, I know where my wife is. She's downstairs, I think. But our next performer, this is the man who hasn't seen your wife.
Oh, hello, John. Yeah, surprised to see you this time of night. you got me in my nightshirt, just spending time with my cat. Nothing suspicious. How can I oh my. No, I haven't seen your wife. I hope I hope she's okay. I haven't seen hair or hide of her. Don't look in the bedroom. But should anything come up, I'd be happy to. Do you prefer text? I could send you a text. One, sir. The bedroom. It's like a biohazard in there. I don't. I just said, I wouldn't be comfortable with that, but there'd be no reason for your wife to be in there. She's married to you, and not to me. So, can you come in? Sure. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you be able to do that? Yeah. Come on in, John. It's probably cold out there, right? Yeah. This is a shoes off household, so if you could, thank you so much. So, John, why do you think your wife would be here? Her car's parked outside. Well, a lot of people drive Toyota Camrys. So, how did I know your wife drives a Toyota Camry? It's a common car. Lucky guess, right? I should have bought a lottery ticket today. Don't look in the bedroom. Can I get you like something to drink? Coffee, tea? It's 9 p.m. Yeah, I mean, sure. I don't know. How you live your life. Maybe you're a night coffee man. I don't know. What is your wife's distinctive pashmina doing casually draped over my couch? I'm a bachelor. And I mean, that's why I'm not even wearing pants right now. That could have been from any of my, many overnight guests that I have to. So wait, John, I see you lunging for the bedroom, and do not do that. Okay, do not do that. Look, I'll level with you, John. Okay, I'm gonna level with you. I don't want you going in to my bedroom because it's filled to the brim with sopping wet sex toys, and I'm embarrassed to explain that. Okay? You got me. That's all. Yeah, just it's absolutely dripping. It's a scene. So thank you for understanding. Can you use the bathroom? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Take a thick piss or whatever. It doesn't matter with me. Ah! It's your wife! In the bathroom. John, I'm fucking your wife.
There it is. Oh man, that is Jeff Ross. Jeff Ross, my old pal, with some very funny things. I love, by the way, a distinctive pashmina. The very funny Jeff Ross. Thank you, Jeff. Real quick, everybody. There is a report of a woman with a hammer at North Sycamore Avenue and Romaine Street in Hollywood. Okay, so just a couple of quick comments from the comment section. Such a sexist alert. Women have every right to work in construction. If you don't agree, then you better explain yourself to Jennifer Beals. Wow. That is a great Flashdance reference in this comment section. Very topical comment on this report of a woman with a hammer. At least it's not Army Hammer. It's hammer time. Stop that woman with a hammer. And is she getting hammered? Well, I hope she's the one with the hammer. I hope no one's getting hammered. That's the Citizen Report. You know, we've got a very special guest, a very special event happening right now, right here on Character House. Folks, I would like to welcome you to the Shelly Miscavige Show. The Shelly Miscavige Show.
Welcome to the Shelly Miscavige Show. I am Shelly Miscavige, First Lady of Scientology, broadcasting live from a solitary confinement bunker in a non-disclosed location. And I am joined here today, as I am every day, by my friends and co-hosts, a little beetle, a big beetle, this kind of neat rock that I found, and Joy Behar, which is what I named this medium-sized beetle. Now, ladies, later on in today's show, we're going to discuss the best ways to dress up a nice isolation vault for spring. But first, let's get into today's hot topic. It's a big one, all right? The fast approaching anniversary of quarantine. Wow. Can you believe it's been almost 16 years? I can't. I've been in quarantine since 2005, when my husband, David Miscavige, got mad at me and locked me in a mountain. The crazy thing is, I still don't know what I did wrong. So if anybody out there knows, please tell me. I am dying to know. But I'm not allowed to ask him any direct questions or any indirect questions. Now, we here at the show thought that it would be a fun way to honor the anniversary if we put together a little countdown of the top 3 most annoying things about quarantining. All right. So see if you relate. All right. Number 3, haircuts. I don't get them. Good thing I like to eat hair. Number 2, groceries. I don't get them. Good thing I like to eat hair. And number 1, drum roll please. Beetle bites. Now, this is an interesting one, and one I would actually love to discuss with the panel, all right? Because listen, ladies, I know that we all come from very different walks of life, but Joy, let me finish. Joy, let me finish, okay? But I think it has to go both ways, you know, and I would never bite one of my co-hosts. I think that's where you have to draw the line, all right? No matter how much I would want to, I won't. Because I'm not allowed to eat anything, and I'm not allowed to drink anything. Now, how about we bring out today's guest? All right. She is a celebrated author, known for her best selling series on travel and culture books. We have. Oh! I'm so sorry. I am not allowed to read books and I am not allowed to touch books. You see, it's a lot of rules. It's hard to keep track of, so I know that whichever one I broke, it was an accident. Hard to keep track. Listen, folks, I'm broadcasting this show, as I do every day, directly into the dirt wall 3 inches in front of my face, to an audience of no one. But you know what? This show gives me an excuse to speak words out loud. It gives me an excuse to connect with my best Beatles. And honestly, I think it's what keeps me from going crazy in here. This mug is completely empty. Oh! Where did that liquid come from? Please don't tell David. Don't tell David. I'm not supposed to have liquids.
The Shelly Miscavige Show. Wow. So much to unpack. The View, like The View, but without a view, because she was locked inside a mountain. Very funny. The Shelly Miscavige Show, brought to you by Haley Hepworth. Fantastic, funny stuff. We've had a lot of very special guests tonight, and it has been quite a journey. Again, so many STDs. Get yourself checked, okay? That's all I'm saying. We got to go back to school, and now I would like to introduce you to someone. This show's coming to you live from Hollywood, and this next guest is one of my neighbors who I'm going to have a little bit of a conversation with. He was very kind to spend a little bit of time with us tonight. He's been around Hollywood. He's got so many stories. He just, he's out there rubbing elbows, hobnobbing, and we're going to take a little time and chat with Morton Tassi. Morton Tassi, everyone.
Oh, hi, Hal. How are you?
Oh, Morton, so kind of you to join us tonight.
Oh, it's kind to be joined, as I've always said since the 70s.
Oh, tremendous. So, you've seen this town change a lot.
Oh, have
haven't
I?
you?
And how? It's changed and rearranged. And I've seen it all. I am retired now and quarantined with my dog, Dame Judith Anderson. And but I used to be a closet maker to all the stars and the minor stars and the people who wanted to be.
Wow. So, like, which star? Okay, I'm going to ask you, Morton. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but which star?
Believe me, put me on the spot. I haven't been put on the spot since Danny Kaye had me over for a swim party.
Oh, I love the court jester.
I know. I brought that back. I heard that earlier, and I screamed at my computer. I know Danny Kaye.
Oh, Morton, I'm sure you know him personally.
Morton, Bing Crosby used to make Danny Kaye wash his feet, and Danny Kaye loved it.
Oh, that sounds that's Hollywood royalty right there.
I'm gonna put down Dame Judith Anderson because it feels like I'm carrying Margot Kidder or something.
Oh my goodness,
She needed to be carried everywhere.
Oh yes, just ask Christopher Reeve, huh?
I tried, but he would not speak to me.
Well, it depends on when you asked him.
This was pre-wheelchair.
Thank you, Morton.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yes, Morton, so you built closets for the stars.
I made them.
Who had what star that you crossed paths with had the most impressive walk-in closet?
Definitely the captain and Tennille. Both of them. They each had their own closets, and they were both equally impressive. You couldn't find enough room to store all of the captain's hats in one closet. So he had secret rooms within his closet where he put hats on top of hats on top of hats. Tennille just was all about, where should I put my microphones? She owned more microphones than Barbara Streisand in her worst time period.
Oh my gosh. It's fascinating. That's I guess
Isn't it though?
Yes. So Morton,
Yes.
there's again, hate putting you on the spot, but
Oh, please! I've already
all
established.
right, I will.
The more awkward, the better.
Nowadays, you have TMZ, you have Perez Hilton, all the gossip is out there. But can you give us one juicy tidbit that we don't know about from back in the day before the TMZ?
I will tell you an interesting fact. Barbara Stanwyck
Yes.
would never enter a taxi cab without farting.
You mean one of the great dames of film noir,
It
Barbara
was a thing.
Stanwyck?
You get into a cab with Barbara Streisand, and she would just not Streisand. Barbara Streisand never farts. Not once in her life. That's a true fact. Barbara Stanwyck would calculate a fart. She'd say taxi. Sometimes she wouldn't need a taxi. What she needed was to let out the fart. So she'd call a taxi, hold it until the taxi arrived, open the taxi door, and let her in.
Oh my goodness.
You would call it her Stella Dallas. Everyone remembers.
Once you smell the Stella Dallas, you're going to be DOA.
Was she in DOA?
No, it was with Fred McMurray. What am I thinking
Indemnity.
of? Oh, Double Indemnity.
Double Indemnity. Yes, her farts were a real double indemnity.
Yes,
they come out in twos. Poo poo.
Oh,
like bullets.
Now, Morton.
Yeah, Hal.
The 80s were.
I remember the 80s.
Were quite a time. Do you have any? Did you cross paths with any big stars in the 80s? That
Of course, I designed all the closets on the set of Who's the Boss.
Oh,
so who didn't I meet? Every week there was some celebrity showing up to watch the taping. Everyone was coming to go see Tony Danza and find out how tight his pants were that week. And it was a real star fuckery.
What was Judith Light like behind the scenes?
Judith Light really is a doll. She will give you the clothes off her asshole.
Oh my goodness. What a kind, generous woman.
That was the 80s. And people had big hair and shoulder pads, and they wore clothes inside of their asshole. It was a fad for a short period of time. And Judith Light was so kind, she would say to Alyssa Milano, "Dear, would you like what I'm wearing inside my asshole at the moment?" I feel like I'm talking about butts and farts a lot, but it's Hollywood.
It is. And you, like, being in these celebrities' homes and in their lives, you got the inside scoop.
Oh, the inside poop.
Yes.
Also, I'll go ahead, Hal.
Oh, I was just going to ask, back then on set, was the little precocious Alyssa Milano as vocal politically as she is today? Could you see the seeds of that?
Absolutely. Every week she'd say, you couldn't get through one sentence of Alyssa Milano without her saying, fuck Reagan. Fuck Reagan. And they would say, Alyssa, that's not your line. Catherine Hellman would say, Alyssa, that's not your line. And she'd say, sorry, can I retake that? And she'd do it all over again. Alyssa was fun back then.
Oh, you know.
But she did it with a New Jersey accent. Remember that character?
Oh, yes, her and a young Danny Pintaro.
Oh, Sweet Danny Pintaro from Cujo.
Oh.
Did you know he was the little boy in Cujo?
No, I didn't know he was
the little boy in Cujo where the dog's going to bite his dick off.
Oh, my goodness.
In Cujo, and you're like, the dog's going to bite his dick off. You better be careful, Danny Pintaro. The rabid dog's going to bite your dick off. It didn't. Spoiler alert.
Oh, the Stephen King classic. Now, Morton, do you... Now, I know you've met so many stars, and are there any stars today who impress you or that you've crossed paths with?
I think I am very... Eddie Redmayne, did you see the trial of the Chicago 7?
Oh, sure.
I don't think there was enough people on trial. That's my opinion. I wish it was the trial of the Chicago 12. 5 more characters, please. Eddie Redmayne. He's playing Tom Hayden, and I'm like, I never knew Tom Hayden was a male model because every scene he's modeling in an archway. If there was an archway in a scene in the trial of Chicago 7, you better believe Eddie Redmayne's gonna be hovering and modeling in it.
Striking a pose.
See what I mean? He loves his archways.
I mean, I come to think of it, that was basically his playbook for that movie.
Yeah, he hangs in an archway and then says lines super fast. Because that's Aaron Sorkin for you.
Morton, I'm so impressed with your celebrity knowledge, and
you should be.
Oh my goodness! Now I've one final question for you, and please, take as much time as you want to let us in on this.
Nicole Kidman.
Oh,
is that the answer?
Perhaps, but
okay.
I would like to ask. Us Magazine says celebrities are just like us,
and they are.
I was going to ask. You've crossed paths with so many. Is that true?
They are just like us in that they breathe and they eat food and they stretch. So they're very much like us. Karen Black was the strangest person I ever met in my life. That woman never stretched. I don't know if I don't think I ever saw her breathe, but I did see her fly a plane at Airport 75. Remember that? Anybody? Hello?
Eddie Money?
I said anybody. But I do have Eddie Money stories.
Yes. Yes. Did you cross paths with 2 Tickets to Paradise singer Eddie Money?
Oh, sure did. Eddie Money. See, Eddie Money he would fuck anybody to get to the top. He would spend, what night wasn't he at Shelley Winter's house? And she couldn't do anything for him at that point except get him a reservation at Norm's.
Norm's, where you can get a nice bacon and egg breakfast.
Right. Not right now.
Oh, no. Oh, well, we're opening back up.
Oh, I'm gonna bring my bowl of masks and go to Norm's.
Tremendous.
Is it safe again?
I mean,
please, somebody pump me up with Moderna vaccine, which that also happens to be my new drag name.
Tremendous. Morton, thank you for giving us a picture of the 70s, the 80s, and today. You've seen so many stars and so many changes.
Seen them all.
Morton Tazzy, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for having.
Very glad to be having. Oh, Morton Tazzy really regaling us with just stories of old Hollywood. AKA Mitch Silpa. What a funny gentleman, sharing some hilarity with us in the form of Morton Tazzy. I want to thank everybody for watching the show. What a great group of folks. We had Casey Dressler, Jake Lewis, Sarah Snedeker, Steve Sotelo, who is also holding it down on the ones and twos, producing this show right now. Becky Yamamoto, Sarah Cornell, Jeff Ross, Haley Hepworth, and Mitch Silpa. Everybody, that has been Character House. Please, if you're not already, subscribe to Chuckleface. We're doing comedy shows multiple times a month. Coming up in February, we've got Tournament of Nerds and more Character House and all sorts of other fun stuff. So please subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Everybody, be safe out there and be nice to each other. Bye-bye.